I found, because I've long before I ever wrote one word about UFOs, I've written a lot about government transparency, overclassification, secret, unwarranted secrecy, particularly in military matters and things. And the government, let's be honest, and I'm speaking of the American government, of course.
Hmm.
Um, the government's done some very bad things in the past, and they've hidden it. And we don't find out until much, much later when all the people that would be held accountable are dead. You know, for any of your viewers who might not be familiar, you can go Google something called the Tuskegee syphilis experiments. That was something the government did, and they were literally killing black people, just letting them die to see what would happen, because they gave them fake drugs saying this is going to cure your syphilis, and then they monitored them and watched them go through the various stages until they died. It was evil, and that's a thing they did. They've taken They had programs where they were taking our own troops, our own military, and administering drugs to them without telling them, just to see what would happen. And that's all documented. And we didn't find out until the guilty parties were all dead. But they do stuff, and I never take it for granted that we're being told the truth, or that we're being told all of the information and stuff isn't being held back. That even applies when I go through the FOIA process and submit FOIA requests. I've gotten answers that I knew were blatantly false from the government to a FOIA request. I requested a document that I already had a copy of in my hand, and they wrote back to me and they said, nope, we don't have any document like that. And I sent them the document back, and I didn't get an answer. So, they're not always truthful. So, yeah, I think journalists have to be on their toes and do our best to try to hold them accountable and get information out of them.